At least the strong Kirby glider, the one that comes in multiple pieces. But yeah, still have the star one there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. F4 now, okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Alright, so if I can see on... What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm also going to be controlling the camera here, so, again, bear with me. But it seems... I know those two guys in the front, Millward Fillmore and Herbert Hoover. Let's see who else we got here. Ezra's there, Deli, Redeemer, and... Who's that person in the middle? If I can get his tag, I'll see. Not everybody's fitting on camera either, so I'm not actually sure who's who here. Yeah, there's one person that's off camera. Excuse me for the burp. But let's see. What are they going? Oh, not everybody's tag is in, so that's why I wasn't able to tell who's who. Okay. What else can we talk about? Oh, we can talk about the other major events that were happening here at the lab and in the area as well. We have a set date for the Summer Arcadian here at the lab. That is going to be July 1st. And if you're not familiar with the Arcadians, if you are on any of the country's PR, not PGR, Panda Global ratings, but the regional ratings, you are not allowed to enter the singles bracket. We'll still have side events if anybody on PR still wants to come out and have a good time. But the Arcadians are essentially for people that don't usually see, like, top 32, 16, 8 of side of bracket. People that don't get a lot of recognition on stream either, that definitely want to get a name for themselves. That is the perfect opportunity to do it. If you're a person like me that goes 0-2, 1-2, you definitely want to be able to go for that. We'll hop into the other events that are happening right now because they have all locked in their picks. We have Marth, Kirby, Villager, Captain Falcon, another Villager, Lucina, and Link. And the pick of stage will be... It's going to be so chaotic. It's going to be so exciting. I'm going to have such a sore throat after this. Alright, here we go. Calvin Coolidge is the CC. MF is Millward Fillmore. Random stages are locked on just regular tournament here. Oh, yeah, you got to bring in Pokemon Stadium 2. Okay, Net's also coming in. Big Battlefield. Pyrospheres should also be unlocked at some point. We have Midgar, sorry. I got into Norse mythology there. Luigi's Mansion. And Palutena's Temple non-Omega. That's probably one we won't see. And also... Isn't Guar Plains non-Omega also an option? I know, yeah, Woohoo Island I think is one as well. Let's see here. Are they... Oh, I think they might be picking. It's like the same thing with items. They might be picking out of all the ones that are turned off. They might be picking their favorite options. So... And we get the Great Cave Offensive, and I actually just missed the last one. Alright, the HH is Herbert Hoover. Trying to cover all bases here as we hop into this free-for-all, is it match or bracket here? I'm not entirely sure. I'm also controlling cameras. There we go. Yep. Alright, here we go. I'll try to keep track as much as I can. Oh, Viper, okay. And who's the other guy that I wasn't able to... Oh, no, that did cover everybody. Okay, cool. Starting off a lot of Calamity going on so far. Just a whole lot of zaniness. What do you call it? The Pikmin rocket taking off not, and it does actually connect with Redeemer, eating a chunk of damage early on. Bombs to try to get safe recovery after the fact that he was flown off stage. And he was actually dug out by Villager there. I wasn't sure which Villager. Ate a hefty forward smash after the fact as well. He's sitting very high at 137%. The poor turret is sitting straight up in the air. Did connect with Viper a little bit. Herbert Hoover sent out to the side, but he's low enough to... Oh, okay, maybe not. I am not... Oh, Arceus, the god Pokemon, comes through and actually smites Herbert Hoover and takes out his first stock. I wasn't sure what connected there, but it took out Redeemer finally after all that connection. And the assist trophy actually also taking out... Who was that? Viper. Okay, good. Got it. And Miller Fillmore just sitting in and trying to get the copy ability. He does on Marth. Let's see here. Ezra sent out from, I believe, a down air of one of the villagers. Redeemer Z's shield is very low after a survived shield pierce. We have a Galaga ship coming in. We'll be able to claim anybody off the top. Nobody's sitting there. Nobody's launched in. Everybody will be safe. And there it goes. And Redeemer trying to carry off to the side, much as his Mario does. But Ezra gets taken out from the bottom of the stage from something I was not aware of. Flame Sword in the hands of Herbert Hoover. I think that was down air from Ezra, bounced up into another connection, I'm not sure what. In Miller Fillmore lost his first stock. Who's on final stock there? Ezra is on final stock. Let's see, a Deku Nut off that side. Caught Millward Fillmore off guard and trying to take out Calvin Coolidge's first stock. Now, Calvin Coolidge is not had a stock loss yet. And that would be Calvin. No, it's one of the presidents. Herbert Hoover was taken out there. The laser coming in, providing Deli a lot of breathing room. Actually goes to drop it. The sun being thrown away. Thought it would have connected with Viper's get up. Very nice up air find for Redeemer to take out Calvin Coolidge. He has finally lost the stock, but he is also chilling up there. He knows how to play this game. Patience is key in these moments. Beam Sword, though, coming in. Deli, again, just using it once and throwing it away. The borders of Luigi's Mansion keeping everybody safe from that Raptor boost. Bob-omb also on top, so everybody's going to try to avoid that upper area. Delibird actually pockets the bomb and uses it. Oh, but he was at such high percentage, and Viper was at such low percentage that it worked so horribly against him. And Redeemer just using the... Oh my gosh, so many... what did Coach Punk call those? The bomb shrews. Yeah, that's it. And we have Inkay going to cause so much trouble, just flipping everybody at certain moments. Tripping is still a factor, people. Let's see. Millward Fillmore has Beam Sword. Able to connect with Redeemer Z like halfway across Luigi's Mansion there. And still able to pressure, cause a lot of bounces, so... it was very hard to get any text off of that, and Redeemer Z is going to be on his last stock. The only person not to have their last stock on deck is Calvin Coolidge, because he was sitting by. But we have the Crash Bomb, not the Crash Bomb, sorry, the Cross Bomb, I guess. For I don't know the words. I just don't know the words, so I'm going to invent names for them now. Redeemer Z just falling short, trying to get back to ledge, but not going to make it. And again, Luigi's Mansion keeping Delibird this time safe from a down smash. And he's able to force Millward Fillmore out, and nothing comes out of that party ball. But we have a... Okay, the... what do you call that? I forget. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a long time. Calvin Coolidge actually finding up air through the chunkier part of the stage. And Calvin Coolidge tosses the Beam Sword in favor of the long-range effectiveness of the Star Wand. But Millard Fillmore not paying attention, letting Deli gets back. Franklin badge on Calvin Coolidge. It'll keep him safe from any fairs or bears that Deli throws out. As well as maybe Final Cutter, but maybe not, as Kirby gets taken out. Is going to be Calvin Coolidge. I was about to say against Delibird, but he will be taking, I think, round 1 of that set. Yes, they are still sitting down. Oh boy, that was a lot. Seeing a couple swaps here. Ezra thinking about it. Redeemer also thinking about it. And Herbert Hoover moving his cursor. Nobody else is. Ezra going Mario. And then hopping right off and going back to Captain Falcon. And Redeemer just trying to have a little fun with it. Tries to use characters he's not too, doesn't use all too often. And he will choose Fox while everybody else stays the same. And the stage, didn't get to see it. There's a lot of loading time. Oh boy, Hyrule Temple, get ready for a long one, especially with the increased 10-minute timer. It'll give me a lot of better moments to key out certain events. The Olimar Rocket was the first thing to spawn in both matches here. And finally takes off. Will it go through? Yes, it will. Okay, it goes through the side. Both Kirby and Fox, so that's Millard Fillmore and Redeemer. A little worse for wear compared to everybody else, but there goes Calvin Coolidge eating a brunt amount of damage as well. Trying to escape from just the 3 other players that were off to the right side of the stage. Delibird just, again, sitting back, letting Lloyds and Fairs do their work. Getting by generally unscathed, but on the other side, Herbert Hoover, as we saw before, just chilling and growing trees and shooting that slingshot. Calvin Coolidge is the first to fall, and we have a Boomerang on the right side of the stage, but nobody's going to probably approach Herbert Hoover as he's just playing around by himself there. Both Deli and Ezra are in the little fight club down there, but the stopwatch actually works against Herbert Hoover. So he just tries to run away as much as possible. Millard Fillmore didn't capitalize off that at all, but he does get Keldeo off of a Pokeball, or a Master Ball probably. But he is stuck at that ledge, not hopping past it at all, so he is not going to prove any sort of effectiveness whatsoever. He does break up the grab on that Party Ball from Calvin Coolidge, but he is eating a brunt of the damage even more after that. Okay. And we have Snivy, as well as Entei. Kirby goes out. My throat is starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm going to try and keep it a little bit more relaxed here. Trying to keep up with the all the hilarity that's going on. That he is, yeah. Neely B in chat says, Villager is broken with items. Yeah, because he can just pocket them and save them for later. And another Olimar Rocket proving to be Redeemer's first stock claim there. What will we get inside that? A broken shield because of the explosiveness of the crate. You can never expect that. Deli trying to take out Millard Fillmore there. And who got the curry off to the side? Redeemer. All with the speed of Fox. That is incredible. That is an incredible get. It does run out, though. He does run around and tack on a good amount of damage on everybody, though. Assist trophy coming in for Herbert Hoover. It is Waluigi. Let's go. And Inkay, yet again, causing a lot of people to move around and trip when they do not want to. Deli and Ezra still combating in the Fight Club. Calvin Coolidge going in across the Hyrule Temple gap to try to get in on some Fight Club action, but Delibird retreats, so it's going to be Ezra and Calvin Coolidge starting to fight. Herbert Hoover again just chilling by himself, and Viper and Millard Fillmore actually starting to hash it out on the top left. Avoiding the green shell. Good job from Ezra to avoid that hit, because he is sitting at 188. Yeah, that box down there will keep you safe for a very long time. Calvin Coolidge has bounced out of it, though. Is he going to try and retreat to it? Not when Redeemer is coming up to the right side to try and take him out. Good up air to avoid it. And he gets taken out by the Icicle. Not taken out, but frozen up by the Icicle. Good turnaround, though, from Calvin Coolidge. Able to reverse the potential stock claim there. Takes out Redeemer on his last stock. And the first one to fall will be Calvin Coolidge. Okay. Viper biding his time up at the top there. Both Deli and Herbert Hoover, both villagers fighting. Realizing that both were basically chilling out. Herbert Hoover a little more than Deli. So he's trying to get that tacked on damage on Herbert Hoover, who is sitting at 2 stocks and relatively unhurt here. We have another crate that Viper is going to try to get. We have both the bomb that was set off from the forward air of Viper and the sun, which will wrap around quite a bit of Hyrule Temple. I'd be shocked if that thing gets back. Oh, no, that'll get back. Yeah, okay. Back to where it started from. Get right back to where we started from. Hey, anything can happen to these free-for-alls, even me singing. Bob, I'm not going to prove effective. Pokeball coming in for Deli. Tosses it to Herbert Hoover, and it's Curium! What are all these legendary gets? This is insane. Besides Inkay, every single one has been a legend. Oh, no, Inkay and Snivy. It has been a legendary get. And we have some pixel. I'm not sure what game that guy's from, so it's some pixel shooter guy. Whatever. Causing some commotion, but he is retreating to the heavens for some reason. And just, you know, falls out of existence. As well as probably Kirby at the same time. Deli getting the spring in his face, gets sent to Fight Club, so he escapes. As they're going to stick by Fight Club as well. Viper, I'm surprised, is not actually going into Fight Club to try to keep himself safe. Especially with that, again, the Olimar rocket. So scary. The unpredictability of when it's going to come down. And everybody, again, except Herbert Hoover, who was chilling by the right side of the stage for most of the battle, is sitting at 14%. And it's a 1v1 versus 1v1 here, with certain mix-ups as people get bounced around. The crash, or not the smart bomb coming in. So many bombs. And I'm not sure what hit, but Viper got sent flying out of the Fight Club arena down there. Waiting for what's to be revealed inside the party ball. We have another Pokeball off to the side. 4 Bob-Bombs off the other side. Herbert Hoover kind of trapped. So he's just going to grow a little garden. And we have, what is that, Swirlix, I think? If I remember my Pokemon correctly. I think it's Swirlix that evolves into Aromatisse. Yeah, so I think that's Swirlix. Yeah. Trying to, I think, sleep a lot of people up there, but not going to find it. And what is this, this little guy hopping off to the side? I don't remember this character. I don't know. He's not doing a whole lot, though. Was hopping around and just moving around and not proving any sort of effective. Oh, no! 3 hammers just open. Viper has one, so he is just, yeah, everybody is avoiding that area. Herbert Hoover's going to grab one as soon as that one fails. It's going to be a collision of the hammers from somebody. No, yeah, everybody's just chilling, letting that all go down. And they're just letting okay, we have crawled to a standstill in a free-for-all. Are you serious? But Viper's still able to grab it through the stopwatch. That was so funny. And Delibird is going to chill for as long as he can and let that timeout expire. And we also get... I know that's, I think, a Final Fantasy character, but I haven't played a whole lot of them. I think it's one from Crystal Chronicles. No. It's, I can't remember for the life of me, though. But what does he do, actually? It seems to give a boost to some people. Both Viper and Ezra were glowing like purple or pink. Not sure what it was. But the reverse shield on Deli will keep him safe from a good amount of stuff that Herbert Hoover will be putting out, but not actually going to confront Herbert Hoover. Yeah, they're both at high percentages, so that's why he's trying to stick as close as he can to that lower area of the screen. Smart Bomb going to prove some trouble. Going to take everybody out in a suicide mission. Actually, not going to take anybody out, but racking up damage. And Ezra, again, quick to retreat back He gets a Pokeball for his efforts going back to Fight Club. And what are these Pokemon? What are these Pokeball pulls? Are you serious? If this were a tournament, this... I mean, yeah, this would have been the competitive style. Everybody runs so many legendaries in their competitive Pokemon games. Another Pokeball ready. And it's a legendary, isn't it? No, okay, it's Go-Goat. All right. I'll take that. Giving us a little alleviation from all of the legendary pulls that we got there. I think that was up tilt from Viper sending out Delibird there. And we got a barrel sitting near to Herbert Hoover, but Ezra gets sent up. And again, quick to retreat back down to Fight Club. It's where he's the most safe, or safest. Good down air from Deli to force Ezra back out of Fight Club. He's trying to cut him off before he gets back to it. And the up tilts will be able to do it. Ezra gets taken out. Everybody's probably going to be gunning for Viper here. Oh, but a home run back coming in for Herbert Hoover. Oh, but the timeout is happening. And I think Delibird might actually win because of timeout. Sudden death. Let's see what happens here. No, are they fighting it out? They are actually fighting this out. With the amount of... Gets a throw. Can he get through? Up? Oh, I would have gone for up throw. Up throw probably would have gone through everything. Gets the grope, but an amazing tech! Saving Viper's life! Keeping himself in this free-for-all. Another tech from Herbert Hoover. Bob-omb's coming in. It's going to be limited to this low area because of how much just the spread of the stage there is. And actually, not a whole lot. One finally gets down, but another tech from Viper. One from Herbert Hoover. These are looking like task bot players. Viper finally gets taken out. Herbert Hoover gets bounced 5 times. Delibird sent rocketing. Oh my god, that was hilarious. And Moosh, just a refreshing stream just from so much that happened. I am just... Yeah. Right click on Razor. Refresh. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. Alright, so after that ridiculous next free-for-all, we're hopping right into another one. Oh my god! Save me from this torment! Oh god. Palutina's Temple. Why are you doing this to me? Please, just stop. Deli actually going DDD. Let's see if anybody else swapped. Who was that? Ezra going Toon Link. Redeemer going Mario. And that's the extent of the character swaps. Why does it... why... like... Oh, because the items are over there. Dang it all! I wanted a closer-up camera on this left side of the stage, but it's not happening. The Pokeball! You're missing out on Pokeball, people! Excuse me there. Delibird, yeah, just because it was pulled out, no, the camera was pulled out, nobody recognizing that the Pokeball was down there, and it does vanish. I am going to have indigestion after this entire thing. Bomb Shrew, Viper just exploding that instead of actually picking it up. He probably tried to pick it up, was just out of range. We have the Galaga ship up at the top. Let's see if Viper or Redeemer recognizes that it's there. Viper does recognize. You can just throw it down and it'll take somebody. Or at least try to take somebody. And it'll go down and take people too. Not going to take Millard Fillmore. He's going to keep himself off that right side of that little fountain. And again, the Galaga ship not going to prove any sort of effective. Another Bomb Shrew, though, for Calvin Coolidge. But Ezra threw out probably Boomerang. No, yeah, probably Boomerang to able to make it explode and not, again, have any effectiveness. Curry's off the left side. Calvin Coolidge racing. He is so hungry for that curry. Give it to him. He's actually waiting. That's actually pretty smart. But no one is ever going to approach him if they see him waiting for that curry. Herbert Hoover's down there, but both Deli now and Herbert Hoover are pretty wise to him, just waiting next to that. Try to get a trap, so Deli will advance, and Calvin Coolidge does grab the curry, tacking on a lot more damage onto Delibird, which is what they need, really, to take out DDD. Everybody moving over to the right side of the stage. Ezra, the last one, he's hanging around mid. Oh, I didn't even see Viper. Viper just chilling out there. Doing the scummy or the effective tactics, however you look at it. Calvin Coolidge coming back, getting the crate. And it's another Pokeball. Who are we going to get? Who's that Pokemon? It's... Oh, it's nobody! You blew my moment! Alright, what else we got going on? We got a metal box down below, but again, the percentages are blocking it, so nobody's going to pick that up. Redeemer sent low. I don't know what Herbert Hoover threw out, but was able to take out Redeemer in the end. The present crate on top of that cloud, so it's going to be pretty risky, actually, if they're going to try and go for it. Nobody is trying to combat Deli getting back. He is at 175 off to the right side. It's the perfect opportunity to take him out. But Redeemer, Ezra, and Millard Fillmore are too busy with each other, and Delibird's going to go the lower route to get himself back to at least the mid here. Herbert Hoover, again, just chilling by himself. It proved very effective, even though it did go to sudden death last round. Bomb coming in for Viper. Redeemer able to hop over it, though. Calvin Coolidge now sitting by himself. Somebody has the, what is that? The screw attack. Herbert Hoover has it. Smoke bomb for Redeemer and Viper, not, again, proving to be any sort of effective. Great tech from Millard Fillmore, keeping himself alive from the up air from Delibird. Viper getting trapped from the Gordo in that narrow little, that little vertical hallway, we'll call it, just to keep moving on from that. And wow, that X-Bomb, or whatever you want to call it, just looks so minuscule compared to this just massive, massive stage. Everybody at high percentages. Only 2 people have lost their first stocks, and we are just getting to about halfway in this match here. Let's see. And it can get even bigger, I just saw, because certain parts of the stage can fly in on that top left. That's ridiculous. Sticky Bomb. Viper is able to grab it. Puts it on Redeemer. Will the throw be able to turn it around? Now it's on him, so he'll try to shield through it or roll through it. Does get hit. Takes a good amount of damage. Puts him at 85. Millard Fillmore and Ezra playing out a little projectile game versus dodge for Kirby with his aerial jump capacity and his air dodge movement. He gets a, what was that, Bob-Omb? I wasn't sure what it was exactly. I was questioning because Final Cutter didn't make it explode after the first hit of Final Cutter popped the capsule. Redeemer has a capsule. You throw it long, and we have the jetpack. Good little chain there using the swinging spikes off the top of that. Good chain for Ezra to tack on more damage on Millard Fillmore. Millard Fillmore using the jetpacks. Redeemer trying to chase him down. Actually does. Forces him into 3 players, but nobody's close enough and able to get a opportune punish off of it. And who has it? What we got? Viper down below. Okay. But no one is around him, and Millard Fillmore is just going to escape. But Redeemer trying to chase Millard Fillmore actually gets caught by Viper, but the star just gets entirely used out there. What is happening with that party ball? Absolutely nothing! Redeemer gets taken out by... Was that a counter, I think I heard? It might not have been. I wasn't really paying attention. Pokemon Staryu showing up. And, oh my god, Millard Fillmore just holding him that first little instance of it. Trying to get the hammer charge in, but not going to find it. Wow! The up B to non-tech on that bounce. Great recognition from Redeemer to get the grab off of that into the back throw kill. That was very, very well done. And Delibird's 212. About to take even more damage, most likely. But still living. Both, who we got here? Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Ezra, and Delibird are still on their first stocks. Ezra is surprisingly only at 123 damage. Everybody teching. Both Ezra and Herbert Hoover have been teching so well down there just recently. Party Ball dropping a whole slew of items. We've got a Mr. Saturn, so be careful with shielding. Pokeball, Fire Flower, and Deku Nut, I believe. Arceus, our god, has reigned once again. Let's see if it's able to take out Delibird. The Shockwave's not doing enough knockback. And with 3 hits, he is gone, and Saturn's just going to push that fireball off. Finally, DDD gets taken off the top, and Calvin Coolidge also gets taken out. Let's see, Toon Link, Ezra, he's sitting in that, basically another version of that Fight Club that we saw from Hyrule Temple. Gotta be careful with that explosive package there. Especially with that bomb. That was really close to exploding right in Delibird's face. Herbert Hoover and Viper, sort of a little truce there. They're just chilling on that right side. And everybody else, Miller, Fillmore, Delibird, Redeemer Z, Ezra, and Calvin Coolidge going at it in the mini fight club going on. Is that a capsule or is that a... I, for the life of me, cannot remember what that item's called. Oh well. Moving on. Very nice charge hammer finally after that failed attempt off to that right side. Miller Filmer finally finds connection with it and takes out Redeemer. It'll be 6 people left, approaching 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, yeah, it was all going to come down to who is going to survive in sudden death. Well, Delibird going so low, and because of that, he will lose his second stock. Was it worth it, Deli? Was it? He is, yeah, he was contemplating in spawn, so yeah. He was questioning a lot of life choices off that follow down for Ezra there. But everybody chilling a little bit more. I think they all want to at least go to sudden death here. But a POW somewhere, Viper's got it. Messing up a lot of people, just chilling, tacking on damage, but that's not going to do anything for sudden death, as the same rules don't apply for competitive singles as they do in Free For All here. Delibird actually getting, that was very nice. Delibird's just trying to chill, or he had to go? I can't imagine Delibird just sitting there. Because he could potentially, he is taken out. He is not going to last. So Delibird probably had to go do something or something like that. His character was inactive, so he will get sent out. Not able to see in 20 seconds here the sudden death that will occur. Metroid coming in, tagging more damage on Calvin Coolidge, and it's still preying on Calvin Coolidge, not going to anybody else. Poor guy. Okay, finally going to Miller Fillmore, Herbert Hoover, able to dodge it back and forth. Nice move. Okay, that is actually, take note, that is how you avoid the Metroid. But counting down, we are going into sudden death with 5 people this time around. We will see what happens once the bob-ombs start raining. Will everybody retreat and just try to chill out as much as possible? Although Ezra does have some early bombs to start off with. That's why Herbert Hoover is the closest, but not going to follow up. Ezra not going to get any sort of text, but he is safe. Bob-ombs will be coming in now. Got to be very fast to perfect shield or tech these things. Calvin Coolidge sent out. Herbert Hoover sent out, and... who was it sent out? Who was the last president there? Calvin Coolidge, Miller Fillmore, then Herbert Hoover. Yeah, Herbert Hoover also sent out. Yeah, that was the Kirby there. Okay, so that was Ezra taking that round. I am going to swap to the camera here. Oh my gosh. Somebody save me. Somebody save me. Are they going to first to 2? Because I can't keep track. I don't know who has what here. They'll know for sure as soon as people get up on the player cams. But I am just dying. Okay, ONET's going to be a lot more manageable. We saw 2 stages with a very, very big landmass. So this will. We're getting back to the chaotic nature of it. Dang it all! I actually had some breathing room, so now I'm actually regretting them going to ONET. Who had swaps here? Deli swapping off DDD and going Jigglypuff, and that's about it. Flame Sword moving in, first item of the day here. And the car is going to prove a lot more chaotic, especially since you're pretty much guaranteed at least 1 character in between the houses and in front of the drugstore. Who gets taken out there from what? I have no clue. Ezra was taken out from some... Dark Samus. Okay. I was like, their big blue lasers or something showed up. Wasn't sure what it was. What is that? Oh, Banana Peel. Diddy, you have a banana peel on line 2. You have a banana peel on line 2. Mr. Saturn, nobody shield around Redeemer. He is just hopping around, putting the fear of Mr. Saturn in everyone's minds. But I think it was sent out after the car got hit by it. Assist trophy coming in. Viper able to grab it and brings out another character I'm not familiar with. I am so upset. Oh, someone had broken shield, but he was able to get maybe not. Never mind. Calvin Coolidge has the hammer. What was bouncing around at the bottom there? I was concentrating on Calvin Coolidge because the hammer was definitely able to send a lot of people out very, very fast. That will be Calvin Coolidge. Yes, he's the one. Okay, he's first player. Calvin Coolidge sent out, and again, you see him playing that very reserved play style, and he's at least lasted to I think every. Oh, he's won one of these sudden deaths. Oh my gosh! Just if you were missing Jigglypuff's final smash, you get a little taste of it there. Not gonna get the rest because of the tilt on that little platform. Oh, that is so that is so unfortunate. That was the word I'm looking for Deli. That was the. I also have to keep in mind that the dash attack of Villager sounds like a broken shield, because we've had 2 broken shields so far. And like once I hear that pottery break, I'm like, is it you know, I gotta scan every single part of the stage really fast. Very nice forward throw kill, blue shell. I think it does actually, like the way it does in Mario Kart, it does lock onto whoever's in first place, either in terms of stocks or percentages. So we'll probably see somewhere near the center there. It was 89, 82. Was Lucina in the center because it was targeting? Oh yeah, Viper was there. Yeah. Millward Fillmore trying to get a charge on that hammer, and wasn't sure who exactly was sent out because we have 2 players sent out, but nonetheless. And Meowth putting Mr. Saturn in his place, turning around because he feels a little sorry. You got to respect Mr. Saturn. Very nice back air from Deli. Takes out Calvin Coolidge. He'll be on his last stock. Everybody on their last stock except Redeemer, but he is at 152. Able to break out with the neutral follow-up and able to get taken out, I believe, from a Viper back air. Kirby didn't get anything out of his air ride. And that was Calvin Coolidge taken out. Redeemer is left by himself without a hammerhead on that stick. Delibird is going to use that very, very effectively. Just the patience from Jigglypuff. You see him just waiting there, waiting for Viper to move in on him. He tries to go for this air drop, but the branches are able to cut that off. Everybody's sitting relatively high again, except for Redeemer, who was chilling back these last couple moments. They gave him stock advantage and now percentage advantage here. We have another Pokeball, and it's chest spin. All right. My pick from what was that? 5th generation. I forgot we had 5th. Back air, and it's going to be left to Redeemer and Jigglypuff. What are these camera angles? And just walks off. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I guess he. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not out there, so I can't really say. This hurts. I'm gonna be talking like this tomorrow. Not with the New York accent, but something like that. All right, everybody stay. Oh no. Okay. Well, no. That is good. That is good. I'll be able to keep track of it more. I'll try to again, not talk at like 500 words a second. But like this is the biggest stage, so this is going to be very hard to actually just pinpoint, especially with my my eyes getting older. I'm 25, so I'm starting to having to wince every so often just to see who's who. I can see the names, but I'm not, I'm not good at putting character tags, or player tags to character picks. Oh, and those chests actually work as like as capsules, I guess. Who got, was that rest or was that home run bat? Yeah, Millward Fillmore has a home run bat. Redeemer just getting launched by the lava. I'm not sure what exploded there. And we have Palkia flipping everything, just making it just even more so ridiculous. Thank you! Thank you, Palkia. You may go now. Please. Alright, flip it and then go, please. We don't need you to do another. And we have a bullet bill for Viper, who is just chilling out on the top of the stage. Oh, okay, so they get, sometimes they get items, and they can also get capsules off the treasure chests. What is that? That is the honeycomb Redeemer has in hand. I've never actually seen the Chain Chomp item. What is that? Is that an assist trophy? Yeah, because it has the player 5 icon there. Oh, God, it hurts so much. Where is it? We have Abomus now. There you go. I got to keep my track record up with getting all the Pokemon names. I was recently able to get all 802 or 801. I'm still waiting for Marshadow. All 801 Pokemon in my Pokemon Bank in Sun and Moon. So I'm pretty proud of that, and so I want to keep up on that as much as I can. See, Millward Fillmore having a little bit of trouble trying to combat Redeemer Z. Both of these guys going at it so much, and he does get sent out. Finally, the only person left with their first stocks is, find him real quick, Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover. And Herbert Hoover, again, just at 37%, probably just sitting by and escaping as much as possible. But, I mean, in a free-for-all and such big stages, it's a viable tactic. Even if you hate it, it's a viable tactic. Redeemer gets the bunny hood. This will help with Redeemer. He just gets. Oh, he was just like, "Take me now," and he just backflips into the lava-encrusted ceiling and just gets popped straight out of there. Oh, that was too funny. Oh my gosh. Bullet Bill taking out somebody. I don't know. Well, no, taking out, who is missing? Ezra. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, like, Presidents first. If they're all there, then it's, 4 other people that I know. Alright. Herbert Hoover has a smart bomb. Calvin Coolidge just, you know, going by himself yet again. And we got, we have Curium up at the top. I just realized that. And Kyogre in the middle. It's going to cause a little bit of push. Viper's trying to escape that pop on that wall. He is at relatively low percent, so he should be pretty safe. I mean, he's at 0, so yeah, he'll definitely be safe. Staryu coming in, tracking Delibird. Calvin Coolidge was the one that brought him out. Something went pop, or somebody went pop. Redeemer Z's shield looking very low after that bomb capsule. And, oh, I didn't even mention the mine carts can be sent out as soon as one spawns. You can hit it a certain direction. And I think it goes on a predetermined track, but it's still very, like, chaotic how fast it moves. Let's see here. Herbert Hoover again just chilling by himself. Millward Fillmore and Redeemer Z again fighting it out. Viper playing by, being by himself, taking up Herbert Hoover's tactics here. Minecart not going to do anything. That is, yeah, the power block. Delibird trying to use it to disrupt a lot of stuff. And potentially, yeah, Millward Fillmore is at high percentages. It could lead to a setup for Viper to take if he's not expecting it. Did he take him out with Final Cutter? I don't know what it was, but I heard I think the slice of Final Cutter, so that's why I thought it was that. Viper sending Millard Fillmore into the pop, forcing him out on his last stock. Both, again, Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover with the stock advantage. Calvin Coolidge getting a Flame Sword, and Herbert Hoover is just throwing out those spares. I cannot believe only 6 minutes have gone by. I was thinking maybe about like 8 or 9. And you can actually, oh, you can ride the mine carts. Do you take, okay, he was hit out of it. I was going to ask, like, if you ride it to the end, can you get damage on the collision of the wall? Who sent up the rocket there? We'll go through, so does it land on generally the same area? I'm trying to track on where this... It does. Okay, it does cut through everything else. I thought it would have been stopped by the upper platforms of the stage. Somebody got popped. Who was all left? Was it Viper? Viper was left. He got popped, I believe. I heard a popping noise. Let's see here. Millard Fillmore going to get trapped a little bit as he's left with just the stick of that hammer. And we have Arceus, our god, returns yet again. 3 times in a row. You shall not denounce him a 3rd time, but he's not doing a whole lot. He did cause a little bit of confusion. Does break Calvin Coolidge's shield. Not enough to get him into the pop of the ceiling lava. And we have still just 3 minutes. We still have 3 minutes left in this match. Waluigi, I think, is a little too far away in order to get anything done, especially with how slow he is right about now. He's trying to track Millard Fillmore, but he's just not going to do anything. Capsule for Millard Fillmore will be... I heard a Pokeball. Who's got it? Where is it? Okay, Herbert Hoover's got it. Trying to run down to the other side, but he wants to avoid Millard Fillmore, who finally does have the hammerhead attached to it. Inkay yet again. That is like the either 3rd or 4th time we've seen him. We get the Icicle for Millard Fillmore. Both Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover actually starting to engage a little bit more, as he doesn't have a lot of options to resort to, because it would be pretty... It's a viable option when you have 7 people on. It's pretty scummy when you have 2 people on such a big stage to try to go for the timeout. But we are probably definitely, again, going to go to sudden death, especially with the 2 stocks on Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover. Another Pokeball. And Mew. No. Can you drop a sticker? Can you drop anything? He drops... What is that? Oh, it's a trophy. Trophy of what? Trophy of what? Is that a like? I couldn't tell. No. It's, one of the guys from, oh, for the life of me, I can't remember. Oh, my gosh. It's one of the, one of the background interactions. No. Wait. No, I'm lost. I'm entirely lost. Just like the entirety of this, this free-for-all, I just am entirely lost. Alright, Pokeball again for Herbert Hoover. Tossing it, and we get Snorlax, so everybody's going to run from that side of the stage. Oh, he looks so tiny compared to the Great Cave Offensive. That's not fair. That's the only thing that Snorlax has going for him. Another Poke... Are you serious? 2 Pokeballs. We get both Dedenne and Gardevoir. That's not a projectile, so it won't be able to, you know, keep everybody safe from Dedenne. But he does get it canceled out only after 1 use of the little jolt thing that he had going on. I don't know the exact name of it. Millard Fillmore just jettisoning himself with the bullet bill right into that the lava. 30 seconds left, and we're just going to probably play chasing games until we get to sudden death here. Let's see if we can get some item interaction though. Alright, he gets the Star Wand. And Millard Fillmore gets, what is that, Banana Peel? Another capsule, though. Oh, Herbert Hoover almost gets taken out from the traveling minecart. Bob-omb and... Oh, whoa! That was actually pretty smart to get him, Herbert Hoover on last stock if the survive, though. Oh, wait! Did he get popped at the... He got popped at the last second! Oh my gosh, Millard Fillmore taken out just because of the last second of the extended little time, the camera, no, not the camera view, but just how long they stayed on before sudden death occurred. Wow. Alright, so it's going to be a running game from here on out. Alright, we're playing speed, everybody. If you got to stay above 50, otherwise you're gone. Calvin Coolidge just running. Herbert Hoover just running, trying to avoid as much stuff as possible. Calvin Coolidge took a little bit of shield pressure there. And Herbert Hoover actually using the Lloyd to try to cut off his movement. Does capture it, but wow, he techs! I'm not yelling for that one because I'll ruin my throat, but a great tech. Like, an amazing tech from Calvin Coolidge. Keep himself in, but he gets trapped into the cannon. Oh, my word. I gotta find... This is pushing my... what do you call that? See, it's even pushing my... grammar capabilities as much as possible here. Popped him with neutral, and we get a little pop-off. And a huge pop-off, actually. Let's see if we can get that resorted back. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm glad that's done. I can keep myself from sounding like a 50-year-old who smokes 3 packs every day. But yeah, that'll be... Who was... Marth was... Viper, I believe it was. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but, you know... There were a lot of people in that match, a lot of stuff happening, so my mental capabilities have gone to their fullest extent. I am beat. I am tired, but... To you guys that are either watching on the VOD or if you stuck around, thank you guys for tuning in for this Smash 4 monthly number 2. Thank you guys for sticking through the hilarious